Sues Southwest Airlines over chronically delayed flight routes by Alexandra Scores, CNN, published 3:52 p.m. EST, Wednesday, January 15, 2025. The Department of Transportation, DOT, has filed a lawsuit against Southwest Airlines, alleging the carrier operated 2 chronically delayed flights in 2022, causing 180 disruptions. The suit, filed in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California, seeks maximum civil penalties and highlights the airline's alleged failure to address persistent delays. According to the DOT, the flights in question operated between Chicago Midway and Oakland, California, and between Baltimore and Cleveland. Data from the Bureau of Transportation Statistics revealed that Southwest was responsible for over 90% of the disruptions on these routes from April to August 2022, a period that also saw the airline experience its worst operational meltdown in over 50 years. Each flight route reportedly suffered delays for 5 consecutive months. DOT's definition of chronically delayed under DOT regulations: a flight qualifies as chronically delayed if it operates at least 10 times a month and arrives late more than 50% of the time. Cancellations and diversions are also counted as delays in this metric. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg emphasized the DOT's commitment to passenger rights, stating, "Airlines have a legal obligation to ensure that their flight schedules provide travelers with realistic departure and arrival times." Today's action sends a message to all airlines that the department is prepared to go to court to enforce passenger protections. Southwest responds to the lawsuit. In response, a Southwest spokesperson expressed disappointment over the lawsuit, arguing the incidents occurred over 2 years ago. The airline noted its overall performance, claiming it had completed more than 99% of its flights without cancellations in 2024. Since DOT issued its chronically delayed flight policy in 2009, Southwest has operated more than 20 million flights with no other CDF violations, the airline stated. Any claim that these 2 flights represent an unrealistic schedule is simply not credible when compared with our performance over the past 15 years. Operational challenges and cost-cutting measures. Southwest has faced additional challenges recently, including the implementation of cost-cutting measures. The airline has paused corporate hiring, promotions, summer internships, and long-standing employee rallies. This follows pressure from an activist investor, Elliott Investment Management, which reached a settlement with the airline in October. Actions against other airlines. Southwest is not the only airline under scrutiny. The DOT recently fined Frontier Airlines $650,000 for delays, with $325,000 suspended if the airline avoids operating chronically delayed flights for the next 3 years. Earlier this month, JetBlue Airways was penalized $2 million for operating 4 chronically delayed flights at least 145 times between June 2022 and November 2023. Industry implications. The DOT's actions underline its intent to hold airlines accountable for scheduling practices that harm passengers. With mounting penalties and increased oversight, carriers face growing pressure to prioritize reliable operations. What are your thoughts?